hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How's it going? This is Jared from Heat Press Nation, and I'm here at Heat Press Nation, and I have two really awesome heat presses here that I want to talk about. But before we get started, how's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? I truly hope you guys are well. I hope everybody's safe at home where you're supposed to be. So just do me a favor, drop it on the comments, check in, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're doing good, thumbs up. If your kids are driving you crazy, put the mind blown emoji. I don't know, but really, honestly, I hope everybody's doing good. It's kind of interesting times, but you know what? The show must go on. And so last Thursday, if you guys saw, I was live from home, but today is a very special event. So of course we're overcautious, if that's a word. We're overcautious about safety here at HPN. So trust me, we're very safe. There's only two of us here right now, by the way. I was complaining, on Facebook Live that, it's just usually there's someone behind the camera. But today, very happy to have my buddy Alex behind the camera. And so we're maintaining 6 feet apart at least. And then, I bathed in Lysol. And we're wearing, I don't have a mask on right now, but we got our masks. And anyways, so we're good. How are you guys doing? I got the comments open right here. So go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Here we go. We got YouTube. All right. So looks like everybody's on YouTube. Jabbar Emery saying he's doing great from Chicago. Jerome Anderson is checking in from Maryland. Hey, that's cool. We're coast to coast today. I'm here in Fullerton, California. Ansley is saying hello from Athens, Georgia. Oh, rock on, dude. Georgia's very cool. I'm not sure where Athens is. I've only been to Atlanta, which, if that's a representation of your state, great state. Good stuff there. Good food there. And then good afternoon from Minneapolis. Oh, good afternoon, digital creator. Gary saying hi from New Jersey. Kim saying good from Texas. Honestly, so good to hear. I hope everybody's doing okay. I've been going just like this much. I've been going just a little bit crazy. I'm going to be honest. I've been going a little crazy at home. But we're doing good. Anybody else out there watching Tiger King? It's a little weird, but I've been watching a lot of Tiger King. My wife's got me watching Good Girls, which that's an interesting one. They're not very good at crime. But anyways, it's just kind of funny, different shows that I probably would never really watch. It's like gold right now during, this whole quarantine thing. But we're here. It's Heat Press Nation Live. If this is your first time tuning in, hello. I'm Jared. And usually I have my buddy Ryan here with me. But, social distancing, he would have been too close. So he's at home safe right now. So I'm here. And I'm here to show off these awesome heat presses. We have the Signature Pro line of heat presses. So you guys are like, wait, these look regular. Well, these... maybe you're familiar with our Signature series line of heat presses. This is Signature Pro, so this is something brand new that just launched today. And I'm going to give you guys some hands-on demos. I'm going to show you guys how to use them, some of the top points. We actually have a trailer for you guys that we want you guys to check out. So it's a lot more entertaining than old me. So we're going to roll that trailer. Alex, I think he has it on deck. Let's see. Mind blown. So if you guys are familiar with Heat Press Nation heat presses, you probably saw a couple things on there that you're like, wait, what? So we're going to talk about 2 out of those 3 new features here today on Heat Press Nation Live. I'm very excited. So if this is your first time tuning in, sit tight because we're going to talk about heat presses today. And then I'm going to be answering questions live. So if you have any questions at all, I don't know if Facebook's not loading correctly. Not seeing too many people saying what's up on Facebook. Facebook, say what's up, man. Where you guys at? But of course, I got all my buddies here on YouTube. What's up, everybody? We're streaming live to both, by the way. So we got Facebook and YouTube coming in. Oh, TNT Design saying hello from Garden Grove, OC. You're just down Harbor Boulevard, man, or woman, or whoever is saying hi. Good to see you guys. John says, oh yeah, he watched Tiger King. He loved it. I have one more episode to go on Tiger. That's a weird one. Anyways, oh well, Wesley saying hello from South Africa. So hopefully you guys are all doing safe no matter where you're at in this small world. You know, it's definitely a small blue little marble, and we love it. So hope everybody's staying safe. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the Heat Press Nation HPN Signature Pro line of heat presses right now. A couple things you guys saw on there. I think the one that caught me, like I was like, what is interchangeable lower platens? So the new Signature Pro does have interchangeable lower platens now. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. We're saving that one for a future episode of Heat Press Nation Live. So just know that we got it. Those will be available for order very soon. So we have all the heat presses, the Signature Pro. They are, when you get yours, you reach under, you'll be able to see that you could easily remove your lower platen. The replacement, you know, the interchangeable, I should say the additional lower platens are going to be coming very, very soon. So just keep your eyes open for that. That to me is already like, dude, that's really good, because sometimes you're pressing something and maybe it's an awkward shape, maybe it's kind of weird, and you're like, dude, how do I fit this on there? I wish my heat press was actually a little bit smaller. Well, with the interchangeable lower platens, all that's taken care of. So they are going to be available very soon. The other two things, and this one that you're probably noticing right here now, our swing away line of heat presses have had a secondary handle for a little while now, and what that does is just makes it easier to swing it on and off. You don't want to actually touch this. That gets very hot. Now with the clamshell heat presses, the secondary leverage handle, that's really cool, especially when you're doing things at high pressures. It just helps you get two hands. I know most of us use two hands anyways. You reach up and then, you know, and you bring it down. It could be an exercise, man. You don't need to go to the gym if you're pressing enough heat presses, right? But having the secondary leverage handle kind of out and separate, it's a smoother, I don't know what you call that, operation. And it's kind of one of those things to where you're like, oh, I don't think I would need that. I use two hands anyways. When you actually use it, it's just really easy. I don't even know how to explain it. Definitely makes the heat pressing experience a lot smoother. It's very cool. And then to me, the biggest, coolest, raddest feature of the new HPN Signature Pro line is sure pressure. So you saw it on the trailer right now. You're like, sure pressure? Yeah, pretty cool. What the heck is it? I'm very stoked to tell you what it is really quick. Just want to check in. Everybody's saying hello. All right, good. I have a bad habit of talking a really long time without checking in on comments. So I'm trying to be more aware of that. But anyways, Signature Pro Sure Pressure. I'm going to tell you what it is. Have you ever had to press, and this is usually the case for, you know, maybe you're doing everything. You sell t-shirts and you sell sublimation coasters and hardboard marker boards, and then you know, you have fleece, you know, you're doing sweaters, you're doing this and that, and you're always adjusting pressure. And the way you typically do it is you just tighten it, and if you've done this enough, you'll get the feel for it. But if you're new, you're like, dude, how do I get, it can be a little frustrating, a little overwhelming, making sure you have the right pressure, because we all know if you don't have enough pressure, you're going to screw it up. That's the bottom line. It's just gonna get messed up. If you don't have enough pressure on your vinyl, it's gonna, you know, possibly peel off in the wash. If you put too much pressure on, let's say, your ceramic ornaments, they're gonna crack. And so you have these, like, all these different things, like, oh man, you know, I guess t-shirts are pretty forgiving. If if you err on the side of caution, you put too much pressure, I guess that's okay. But as we found out, if you put too much pressure, what happens is that the adhesive from the vinyl, it seeps through and it can actually get onto the back of your shirt. And if too much of the vinyl, of the adhesive on the vinyl seeps out and seeps through into your shirt, there's not that much on the surface holding the vinyl to the t-shirt. So it's like, dude, well, what the heck? So at Heat Press Nation, we really wanted to tackle this issue of, hey, how do we get consistent pressure every time? what can we do? Is there something that we can add, you know, on the more expensive heat presses? And when I say more expensive, I'm talking about the $1,000 to $1,500. I'm talking about, you know, the heavy duty ones that'll put a nice hole in your pocket. Those presses are cool because they have a scale system where it's like on a scale of 1 to 9, how much pressure are you applying? And it kind of gives you a general idea, which is very cool. Don't get me wrong, super cool feature, but that's not realistic. You know, once you add that to a price, it just drives up the price. And so we really believe in being able to offer a heat press, a high quality heat press within reach of everybody. So we're not trying to exclude anybody, or, you know, we wanted to get something that could be at a price range that's affordable for your average small business owner, maybe somebody who's doing stuff from home. So we came up with HPN SurePressure, and I'm actually going to demo that for you right now. I'm not going to actually press anything because, as you know, when you're pressing different stuff, it has different temperatures, which, of course, there's no way around that. You're going to have to adjust your temperature. But I want to show you guys how cool and awesome HPN SurePressure is. So I'm going to come around and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. So right here, when you lower the heat press, you guys are going to see this little counter. It's attached to the pressure adjustment handle. And so what happens is this is going to act like a bookmark. So right now it's at setting 3, which is a very light pressure when there's nothing in it. But if you ever have to use a T-pad it for anything, it's perfect. And of course, this is an auto open, so it's not going to stay shut. You can see here, right there, the magnet, an auto open heat press. When you close it, the magnet holds it shut, and when the timer hits 0, it'll automatically open. And so you're saying, whoa, number 3, that's pretty cool. Now this, I hope we can include these soon. These are not included right now. We'll probably have this down as a downloadable file very, very soon. But these are my personal SurePressure settings. And so it's going to be a little bit different for every heat press. But just so whenever you set the pressure, and I'm trying to center with the camera, I'm sorry guys, it's like looking at a mirror. Whenever you set the pressure on a heat press, you're going to write down your setting on here. And again, this is going to be downloadable very soon. And so we have the material, we have your SP number, which stands for SurePressure number, time, temperature, peel, etc. Right? So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see, and this is really weird. I don't know how the weather people do this. I have easy read, and you might not be able to read it because my writing is terrible. I have a t-shirt plus a T-pad, SurePressure level 3. So typically what you would have to do is whenever you put in a T-pad, you're adjusting it, you're twisting it, you're trying to you're like, okay, that feels about right. And so after a lot of experience, yes, you'll get a better feel for it. But if you're not a real experienced, it'll take you a while to switch between not using a T-pad it and using a T-pad it. And as we all know, time is money. So let's say I have it set to 3, my T-pad is right here. I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna be pressing the whole shirt, right? Which is, I have my whole shirt right here. And of course, slide out drawer to save the day. Put my t-shirt on, right? Now, if I leave it at 3, it's way too loose. It's not gonna press anything. So I'm gonna go back to my SurePressure card, and I know you guys can't read it because this is chicken scratch, really. It's almost like hieroglyphics. Like I might be able to read ancient Egyptian. Anyways, but you can see here I have easy weight t-shirt, so there's no T-pad on this setting. My SurePressure setting is 18. So instead of guessing and having to redo the paper pressure test all over, I'm just gonna dial it all the way until I get to 18. There we go, you see 18. And now it's at the perfect pressure for my t-shirt. Of course, this is auto open when it counts down to 0. It's that fast to switch between products. Maybe I'm gonna be doing sublimation on a hardboard 1/8 inch thick coaster, or not coaster, I have a marker board here. I have my SurePressure setting to 6.5. So I'm gonna take my t-shirt out. Actually, I don't know why I'm reaching in, that slides out. I'm gonna take my t-shirt out. I'm gonna put in, let's say I was gonna sublimate this, right? So I'm gonna sublimate, it's really cool. I think it's like a message board. It's about 1/8 inch thick, right? And if I do it if I have my t-shirt setting, it's gonna be way too tight. It's not gonna close. And that's at the t-shirt setting of 18. But if I go back to my notes, I'll see that sublimation hardboard 1/8 inch coaster is at 6.5. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna loosen this until it gets to right between the 6 and 7, 6.5. And now slide that back in. It's perfect because for hardboard, you don't want it too high of a pressure, just enough to kind of smash it in there. That's gonna be perfect for my hardboard coasters. And then, oh man, so this person, darn, they ordered a coaster, they ordered a t-shirt, and they ordered a sweater. So I'm gonna slide this out. And now I have a nice thick fleece right here. I wanna say this is like an 8 ounce. And then of course, I'm putting the whole thing on there, so it's like super thick. Now this is gonna be just a little bit too thick for my t-shirt setting. So I'm gonna drop it a little bit. Easy weed fleece, it's gonna be 16. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna lower it. And it's that easy to switch between, boom, perfect setting. Of course, if I go back up to 18, right, it's only two numbers away, but if I go back up to 18, it just feels a little bit too tight. And trust me, I've pressed literally hundreds of these to know that that's just a little bit too tight. Again, this card is not included yet with your SurePressure, but we're gonna have this little template available for download to where you guys can download it and then, you know, write it write with your good handwriting, not this trash that I'm writing with. And so here's how it works, and I'm gonna come back around here. So here's how it works. Every time you press something new, and so for me that's frequently, or every time you press something new, you're gonna so you're still gonna take time to fine tune your pressure, make sure it's perfect. And then once you have the perfect settings, you're just gonna write them down. You're just gonna note the SurePressure number, so that way next time, when next time comes around, you're just boom, boom, boom. As you saw, I just switched between pressure for all 4 of these different settings very, very fast. And it's very, very cool. Now another thing that I really, that I wanna mention really quick is if you're working in a shop, let's say you're the shop owner, you're big guns, all right? You're the shop owner and you wanna bring somebody on, and your shop, you guys do lots of different stuff. You're doing sublimation, you're doing t-shirts, you're doing this, you're doing that. And you may not have time to, like, you wanna train them of course, but like you're not gonna go through like all the 100 different possible combinations. All you got to do is hand your employee one of these and say, hey, just find the setting. And that way, because they're not going to have the feel yet. If someone's new at heat pressing, they're not going to have the feel to know how much pressure is on there. So all you got to do is put your settings. And there's also space to put the time and temperature settings as well as the peel, which is very important. So if you have an employee and you're like, hey, you know, boom, here you go. You know how to use it. And it's that easy. And another reason why that's very, very important is because it provides consistency. Everything is gonna get pressed consistently, which is very important. You don't wanna have somebody say, hey, you know, I got this shirt from you, the vinyl's peeling. Well, you have 4 different people working on your production. Who did it? Who does it? You know, it's hard to track down who messed up a t-shirt. So when you're consistent with your pro settings, you don't have to worry about that. It really eliminates a lot of that inconsistency that sometimes comes when you have a few different hands working on something. And not only that, it saves you so much time. We're very proud of the SurePressure. I'm gonna get to the questions in just a second. So if you're commenting questions, please, I'm gonna get to them right now. It works very similar on the swing away. And so on the swing away, we'll see right here, we have our SurePressure counter. So every time you turn the dial, goes back, the SurePressure counter is there. Same setup, and this is probably gonna be for all my sublimation homies out there. Of course, you know, it swings away, you're gonna put your substrate on there. You're gonna fine tune the pressure, bring it back, and it's that easy, especially for sublimation. You're doing plaques, which are really thick. You're doing hardboard items, which are not so thick. And then you're doing really thin. I think I have one here. You're doing photo panels, which are very thin. So even in sublimation, there's so many different ways for it to go to where switching between pressures could be kind of a headache. And having the SurePressure pressure marking system is really going to help you out. And not only that, it comes in at such a great affordable price that, dude, why not? So it's something that we're really proud of. I'm going to go ahead and take your questions now. And it looks like we have a handful. So let me, I think I got to refresh here. There we go. There we go. Dottie Kirkland's asking, can the new Pro clamshell be used for sublimation on tiles, toasters, and glass cutting boards instead of using the swing away? The answer is yes, but it's easier on a swing away, and I'll tell you why. On a clamshell heat press, it's designed to, comes down at an angle, and it's designed to be perfectly flat once it actually hits the lower platen. Now, the Signature Pro has a slightly, people say, oh, it's wobbly. No, that's actually intentional. It's called a floating heating element. So if it has something thick, it can, instead of being up here, it'll adjust slightly. For really thick items, what I do is I'll remove, which is another good reason why we have removable. You just pull this off, put maybe a t-shirt to protect your item, and then that gives you a little bit of extra thickness on there. So you have to work a little harder to sublimate thick items on a clamshell. It'll be super easy to do your smaller items, like thin items like this, dude, all day. Even a 5/8 inch thick thing like hardboard, where you have your coasters and things like that. Those, yeah, no problem. When you get into the thicker stuff, like anything, I would say maybe 1/2 inch or so, that's when things get kind of hairy. You can do it, but it's way easier, and you'll be way more efficient on a swing away model. So while the answer is yes, you technically can, but should you? It's up to you. Any new questions? How's everybody doing today? Let me hop over to our Facebook feed. How's everybody doing? I think I gotta, hold on, let me refresh here. So give me just a second. There we go. Okay, I had to refresh. I was like, dude, where's everybody at? Stephen Rathbone, great point. He says, it allows for balanced pressure and less likelihood of painful mistakes. I know exactly what you mean on painful mistakes, because sometimes it's like your last one, but you didn't set your pressure right and it doesn't sublimate properly, and then you're like, great, now I have to wait to order new ones for those to come in. So yeah. Chris is asking, do your other older auto-open Signature series slide-out heat presses able to change their platen? Unfortunately, this is a brand new feature for our Signature line of heat presses, and this is actually, these are Signature Pro heat presses. So if you still order a regular Signature series heat press, it's not going to come with the, oh, you can't see that. It's not going to come with sure pressure, and it's not going to come with the interchangeable lower platen. So Signature series is still going to be the same, but Signature Pro, this is the Signature Pro line. These ones are going to have the new features like the interchangeable lower platen, the sure pressure, and the secondary leverage handle on the clamshells. Lori's asking, can you pick up at your warehouse, or is it only shipping right now? You know what? Unfortunately, we're only shipping right now. This whole COVID-19 thing is pretty crazy, and so in order to keep our employees safe as well as our customers safe, because we do get a pretty good amount of foot traffic here. There's always somebody in our showroom checking out new heat presses, learning something new, and so to be safe, we had to cancel, not cancel, but we had to close off our store pickups and our we had to close off our, store pickups and will call. So unfortunately, we are closed here. Like I'm here, because I came in to shoot something, so there's just two of us. So, but we're not doing any pickups or anything like that here. Tim is asking, can you change it out though, since it's about the same? So there's and again, we're going to show off the interchangeable platens on another future episode, but it's just the machine is completely, the base has been completely redesigned to allow for interchangeable lower platens. The older ones are attached, they're just bolted on to the frame. These ones, it's like a quick release method, so you just you loosen something and then boom, it's off, it's on. So unfortunately, there's no way for us to retrofit the older heat presses with that. This is something that's brand new, just developed for our Signature Pro line of heat presses. Do the Signature Pro models have auto open? Yes, they do. This is actually, it's off right now. It's not plugged in because I didn't want to burn myself when touching everything and showing it off. But yeah, so this heat press, this one actually does have auto open. It will be available without auto open if you want to save a couple bucks and you don't really find that you need the auto open feature. So Signature Pro, it comes standard, which is no auto open. It will still have sure pressure. And then you have the auto open with sure pressure. So there we go. There we go. Oh, cool. Everybody here. Does the Swing Away Pro come with auto open? What sizes are currently available? Oh, that's a great question. So the Swing Pro, it does not have auto open, and that's because the way the lever works right here, the only Swing Aways on the market that are going to have auto open are hydraulic presses, where you just push the buttons and then you have a big air compressor and it just psh, psh. Those are the only Swing Aways with auto open anywhere. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast, the way these things are built. But that's a great question about sizes. So Signature Pro, we have our 1515s here on the table because they fit. But they also come in 1620. For the Swing Away comes in 1515 and 1620. The clamshells come 1515, 1620, and for everybody who's pressing those really long things, 16 by 24. So yeah, great question. I totally slipped my mind. So again, Swing Away is 1515 and 1620. And then the clamshells are going to be 1515, 1620, and a 16 by 24. And of course, those are inches, not millimeters, because that would be a really tiny little heat press right there. All right, let's see what other questions do we got. What sizes are the plates? Oh, I think I just answered that one. Oh, Fernando's saying they're watching from Miami. How's it going? Hope you guys are staying safe. Maybe after this all blows over, you guys can mail me a nice Cubano sandwich. I love those. No pickles, please. Why is my mind always on food? Ugh, it's terrible. Last night we had to order takeout because you can only cook ramen so many times before you go crazy. So we ordered some takeout and it was amazing. Why is my mind on food? What are you guys doing? Anybody ordering any good takeout here in SoCal that I need to be aware of? Here we go. Let's see. Victor's asking, when do you hope to ship to Europe? You know what? I don't think we're going to be doing that anytime soon. We're Heat Press Nation. We're based in the U.S., and so we're only shipping in the U.S. and select U.S. territories like Puerto Rico. So, so sorry, but I'm sure you can find some great heat press dealers out there in your region. So there we go. But of course, this information, well, we're talking about these presses today, but you're welcome to tune in anytime because, usually we're doing tutorials. We're showing how to press this, how to press that, and information that really applies no matter what heat press you have or vinyl cutter. So yeah, you're definitely welcome to join us. Judy, okay, yeah, Judy Santos is asking, ship to Puerto Rico. Yeah, so we ship to, oh, you know what? So that one, you might want to call and double check just because I know FedEx and we ship FedEx. FedEx is having some shipping delays, so you might want to call and double check, get an estimate of how long it's going to take to get to you. But we ship to the U.S. and U.S. territories like Puerto Rico. So Judy, yes, the answer is yes. Jeff is saying, what sizes are the interchangeable platens going to be? That's a great question. I know one of them is going to be kind of like a sleevey type to make it easier to press onto sleeves and pant legs. And then the other one, I will have to get back to you because that's something that we built into these ones, but the actual platens that you can buy and put on there, that's going to be coming soon. So we'll have that for you very soon. Let me go back to Facebook. How's everybody doing on Facebook? Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining again, by the way. We do have one more thing in store for you guys, which is Post of the Week, which actually, let's go ahead and get ready to roll that. So Post of the Week is something that we do really quick. Before we roll these ones, I do want to say last week, it was so close between option A and option C that, and then our staff really loved option B. So for the first time ever, all three of them, and we don't have them to roll right here because if you guys remember, if you've been watching, I did that from home and I'm not home right now. So, but we're going to give them all really awesome shout outs. That way you guys can see more of their work. You can check them out on their Facebooks and Instagrams. But we want to give a congratulations to all three because all three are going to be getting a $20 HPN digital gift certificate. All three winners, which is really awesome. That's very fun. And honestly, last week it was killer. All the designs were pretty butt kicking, and I thought it was really interesting how it was basically like a three-way tie. It was like the closest we've seen it on in heat press since we've been doing post of the week. So that was really cool. I don't know. You guys get to voting on these ones. Alex, let's go ahead and roll it. Let's see. So this is option A. These are pretty cool. These are the quarantine slippers. And you know what? I like the palm trees because it kind of takes your mind to unless you're quarantining in Hawaii, most of us here in the States, we're all dreaming of tropical land. So that's really cool. That's option A. So if you like it, just comment the letter of what you think should win. This is really cool, and I love this because this is something that somebody put in their window. So they cut some window clings, some like adhesive, say for your windows. So they cut this out and they just put it on there. So maybe the mailman, maybe the delivery people, maybe just your neighbors, they could see that, hey, this house is filled with love, which I think is super important, especially in this weird time that we're all going through. And then option C, let's bring that one up. This one is really cool. It says salute to Essentials 2020, and then it has all the different essential workers. Of course, we want to give big shout outs to everybody on there. I see that the truckers who are kind of underrepresented, but dude, if it wasn't for the truckers, none of us would have any toilet paper. And then our healthcare workers, like, dude, cannot say enough good things about everybody on the front lines. Not only them, but we have our shipping people and seriously, so many different people, so many different essential workers. My wife works for a utility, so she actually, is considered essential. So props to everybody. So do me a favor, let's roll them one more time. We're gonna roll A, B, and C. Comment whoever you think has the best post of the week. So here's option A, option B, and option C. Check that out. And if you want your work featured in next week's post of the week, well, all you gotta do, it's there on the bottom of the screen, use the hashtag HPN creators, or post directly to, I did it, I got the right side. Post directly to our Facebook group. You can see it right here. If you type that into your URL, your browser, you'll go heat.press/FB group. It'll take you straight to our Facebook group, which is the Heat Press Nation Creators Group. I love it. So much cool stuff. So many awesome things. The only thing I'm gonna ask you guys, please read the rules before you join. It's we'll have people join the group and then instantly they start advertising their business. It's not an advertising group, guys. It's just so you're welcome to show your work, but we don't want to make it spammy. Just say, hey, I made this t-shirt. Cool. Well, that's all we're really looking for. It's a bunch of creators, a bunch of people making t-shirts, a bunch of people making lots of stuff, and so it's a really cool group, very helpful group of people, very friendly. And we're very excited about that. I need some water. I don't know what's going on with me here. Cover that so you guys don't hear that. But anyways, yeah, once again, heat.press/FB group, or if you're just on Facebook already, just type in Heat Press Nation Creators. You see it right there. That's our group. Please join. It's a lot of fun, a lot of great information there. And if you're tired of, talking about Paw Patrol and My Little Pony, well, you could talk about heat presses and sublimation in our HPN creators group. So it's a great escape right now. I'm a big fan. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us today. Again, the HPN Signature Pro line of heat press is available now on heatpressnation.com. If you have any more questions or you want to talk to a heat press professional, you're like, man, that's kind of a lot of heat press for me. I'm just getting started. Give us a call. The number is right there on your screen. 800-215-0894. I want to give a personal shout out to our entire team who's working hard. Some of them are at home and they're still taking your calls, your chats, your emails. So we're still here. We have secure connections, so your information is always safe with us here at Heat Press Nation. And yeah, shout out to my team. They're doing a killer job. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, you can give us a call, 800-215-0894. Catch us, of course, at heatpressnation.com. And then we have some really cool videos that we just dropped about the Heat Press Nation HPN Signature Pro line. If you're not tired of this ugly face, well, you're going to see some more of it over there. YouTube.com/HeatPressNation. We have a new video on these machines. You can catch that really cool. I think let's close with the trailer today. So yeah, really cool trailer, you guys. That's it for me. Please stay safe. Don't go out unnecessarily. Wash your hands all day. Wear a mask. Do whatever you got to do, guys. Please stay safe. We love each and every one of you and hope you guys have a very great day. All right, let's roll it. Boom.